Hello, everyone, and welcome to the LCP Blunt Talk podcast. This is the first time we do an English broadcast, but the broadcast will be for everyone from all over the LCP. And to introduce our guest today, we have Duy Duc. This is the first time I know your English name, Kyle, and Ben from the OPL. Ben, can you introduce yourself for mostly the Vietnamese audience, please?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Ben, or I go by Vestion online, and I am from the Oceanic region, so that's where the LCO is from, and obviously Team Chiefs, that's where they're from. And obviously, I'm the caster for the LCP English broadcast. I'm the main host, and I've been covering the region in terms of the PCS and now the LCP for 3 years now. And I mean, it's just very exciting to be involved, and I'm really excited to get to know some of the Vietnamese fans.
It would be like exhausting for two people to cover the LCP, right? But especially for the
Yeah,
the split one, right?
yeah, definitely. I mean, to be honest, like it's not so exhausting, like in terms of like the days, right? Because generally it's either 2 or 3 days. Split one was obviously more, but it gets quite tiring, like by the end of the night. So like you come in on Friday, you do the first series, like a lot of energy, really easy to cast, and then you get to the second series, and it's like you start getting tired. But I think in general the games are so exciting that you kind of it's like kind of okay, right? You're exhausted after it finishes, go home, sleep, come back and do it again. So in general, it's pretty good, and I mean, I enjoy it so much that I don't really have too many problems.
I think we have like new caster, a new generation of caster here. For me, I've been like working as a caster from 2012, so a lot of experience. But we have like new generation. Can you share your experience
Yeah,
caster in the
so
LCP?
as Lou introduced, my name is Carl, and I have been working as a professional League of Legends caster for 1 year now. And I'm really excited to work in the LCP 2025 and many more up seasoning, more season to come.
Okay, so I gonna introduce myself again. Hi everyone, I'm Dreto. Just call me Dreto. Vietnamese LCP caster for 4 months, but I'm working as a professional caster about 4.5 years. So I'm new, the newest one in the LCP.
The casting hour for Ben is like you start around 7 or 8 in your local time, right?
9:30 p.m.
9:30.
9:30 p.m. we
So
start.
so usually end around 2 or 3 a.m. I guess.
Yeah, usually around 2 or 3, and then occasionally it's like one. Like if there's a very quick, 2020, then it'll be like 1 a.m. But usually it's like 2 a.m. is about average.
I want to ask about the audience in the your LCP English broadcast. Is there a shift in interest compared to the previous season?
Honestly, like if I compare the LCP English to, I guess the LCO, right? There's definitely a lot more interest in it, just because there's better quality of teams, right? You have CFO, obviously, GARM, Team Secret Wales, and a lot of different teams that are much higher levels. So we do get more interest because of that. I'll actually say I think since the LCP, there's less interest in the Oceanic team, which is really interesting to me, right? Like not many people come when it's a Chiefs game, but as soon as it's like CFO against GARM, we have like the highest viewership. So I think people come to the English broadcast now mostly for the high quality games than to support their team in particular.
So the introduction of the LCB as a tier one region, I think is a good thing for our audience all over the region. You agree?
Yeah, and for me, it's like besides supporting VCS team like GAM Secret Wales or MGN Viking, I also uh, have some love for Chief Esport too. Not like not specifically in the third split when they have Slater. I already uh, feel like I want to support them from the start, from the beginning of the LCP, because they seems like they can bring some news flavor to the tournament, because we have so many strong team already and populars like from VCS or like CFO, like PSG. We known them for a long time. But cheap esport, I think that not many Vietnamese fan know what they can bring to the LCP. So I really hope that cheap esport can achieve something this year. But unfortunately, it's not the case. I hope they can do better in the upcoming match.
The promotion.
Yeah, the promotion.
How's
Yeah.
it looking for you, Ben? In the promotion chip will
For
be.
me?
Yeah.
I think I think they'll be fine, to be honest, because from my experience, there is usually quite a big difference between the tier 1 region and the tier 2 region, and that's often because at least in my opinion, how you get the scrims, right? Like Chiefs probably got to scrim, I'd say mostly SHG and DFM all year, and the tier 2 regions usually mostly scrim between each other as well. And so there is a different level of practice that you get. That I think will, lend itself to favor the Chiefs. I also think individually they have some really, really good players, right? Like I think Luan played really, really well. Obviously Slater's a really good AD carry. Biopanther, the entirety of the year was their biggest hope, right? All 3 splits, if they won a game, 9 times out of 10, it was because Biopanther popped off. And I think they're kind of at a level that I would expect them to be able to beat the tier 2 teams. So I do think they'll be fine for that, but then it's next year, are they going to improve or not is really my questions.
Our next point is about the veteran of the league, and I want to start with Biobender, and there's no one to talk about him better than you, Ben. Is he the OG or the? Can I make a comparison? Is he the Levi of the own OPL?
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, yes. Biopanther started playing competitively a lot later than Levy. I think it was 2018, 2017, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. But he started playing later. But ever since he joined, his very first split of playing competitive, he won that split. And he's been pretty consistently the best or, at least second best top laner that we've had in our region. And he's, even when he went over to Worlds one time with his team, he performed very well. He's always been very, very consistent. And so in some regards, he absolutely would be, at least here in Oceania, if you had Biopanther on your team, the chances of winning the split were so much higher. So in some ways, yes. Can I really compare him to Levy? Probably not, because Levy just has been so much more successful. And a large part of that obviously comes down to which region, we're playing with and who the teammates are, but still, it's pretty hard to compare anyone to Levy from Oceania, unfortunately.
It's interesting because when I speak in English, I call our guy Levi, but you call him Levi. So obviously,
Right.
you've been do your research and how we call him in Vietnamese, right?
For sure, yeah.
So
I
in your
always
casting, you
try
call him
to-
Levi.
I do. I always call him Levy. I try to
Yeah.
do my best to pronounce everyone's names correctly, but there's some that I really struggle with just because of, I speak English with a New Zealand accent, so it's not easy to say every name, but Levy's an easy one, so I can just say Levy whenever I say his name.
I think that's a surprise because when I turn on to the English broadcast, I on tournament like MSI or Worlds, I normally heard the caster or the analyst say Levi. Yeah, and now I heard that you can call him Levi. It's very surprising and kind of
That's how we know he's
Yeah.
one of us.
he's one of us. He's one of us.
That's right.
He's our guy.
That's right.
Big respect for you, man, because in
No.
our
It's-
league
I mean,
we have
it's-
a lot of different, really difficult names to say. In the past, we got some people like Hyokba and the English caster really don't know how to pronounce it, but you try to know about Levi. Is big respect for me for you, my bro.
Yeah, appreciate that.
So what's you guys' impression of the veteran? Who impressed you the most for the last split?
I think for the veterans, there are a lot of veterans in the
We do
LCP.
have a lot of veterans.
We have a lot in PSG, CFO. We also have a lot of veterans. But from my point of view, I think I still have to bring up the name Levi again because From my point of view, Levy not only bring the game sense, the mechanics to GAM Esport, he also bring the fire, the mentality that the team needs to win, to face difficult opponents. Like when GAM in top spot, like when we are really desperate for the MSI tickets in the mid-season, we all think about the CFO and PSG talent to be the 2 seed for LCP to participate in the MSI, but GAM comes up and take the victory and come to MSI as the seed number 2 with a big part in that game from Levy, and I really rate Levy highly among the veterans.
For me, like this split is really tough for the OG of the LCP, namely Levi, Casa, and Maple. So they have like maybe our second generation pro player from the region, but I don't think they have a like good time in split 3. So to share with Ben a meme from our community about Levy. So when he does well, we call him Levy. But when like some like weird stuff happen with him in game, we use to call him by his like real name Khánh, but with the adjective béo, mean fat, because he get a lot of weights in his debut day. So there are two sides of the guy in game. So one side is the Captain Levi, the other side is Khánh béo. So you can maybe use it in your casting. And for me, in the last couple of seasons, we saw like more Khánh béo than Levi. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I guess I do agree. I think during the regular season, there is a bit of hung bao. Is that how I pronounce it?
Khánh béo. Khánh.
Oh, wait.
Béo. Khánh is his name. Béo is fat.
Yeah. Okay. It's a bit hard for me to say, but I think in the regular season, there's quite a lot of that. But again, like every playoffs, and it's just the classic GAM, right? They get to playoffs and they just pop off. Like they just turn into an entirely different team. So yeah, I mean, definitely, I think the last couple of splits he has struggled a bit, but I think part of it as well is just the other junglers. Like there are just so many good junglers, and I think like, at least my opinion, the best jungler that we have or the best player we have in this league is Junja in the jungle. Like that's my opinion, and I'm really like, I really do believe that. And so like you're going against like you're going to be compared to your peers, right? And if you're getting compared to Junja, I think you're always going to look a little bit worse than like people from other roles. So it's hard because right now GAM are our second best team, right? Like in terms of every metric, they're our second best team, and the only person he needs to be better than is Junja, and Junja's just, in my eyes, better than every other player. So it's pretty hard to succeed in that sort of instance, right?
Yeah, I mean Junja like transformed Seattle completely from last season.
Oh yeah, they were not good the last 2 years. They were really struggling, and then. I mean, PSG with Junja winning everything, and now Junja goes over to CFO and they're winning anything. It's like, oh, interesting.
But you've been cover the BCS for before LCB. You could win the BCS, right? So,
yeah, that's right.
Is it surprising to you that like Casa and Maple like their form drop like in huge different from last season?
Yeah, I mean, I think Casa's much the same. I think Casa, like, there'll be some games where he looks really good and then some games where he looks really bad, and that's kind of what happens now as well. But Maple coming in and, like, looking as bad as he did, like, he was just getting destroyed in lane. Like, he would be coming out of lane down 30 CS. It's like, what? I've watched this exact matchup like 5 times, and it's even every time except now. It blows my mind. But I think for him, at least, you can like say that he's just come back from not playing professionally for like 6 months, right? And there were some growing pains as well for like Team Secret Wales bringing in Pun, right? Like his first game, they ended up winning it, but he was really struggling in the lane phase as well. So I think it's just like getting used to sort of playing on stage, playing in that professional scene again, where you can look a little bit worse. And like maybe now that PSG are in the playoffs, Maple will start looking like himself before. But unfortunately, I don't really have any faith in Casa. That he's really struggled the last couple of years in a row. I'll be honest.
I just think it's really hard for Casa right now because the opponent is grow up every day. So he gonna try his best and he need the maybe pop off of Maple so PSG can do something in playoff. But I think right now is we can see the big change of Team Secret World and maybe the MGN Viking Esport can do a lot of things right now. Really hard for PSG. Not because I'm a Vietnamese guy, so I support the VCS team, but we can see it really clearly right now.
Kai, you had anything to add about a veteran?
Oh, I think that yeah, I think I have to agree with Ben. I don't really have any like high expectation for Kasha when he joined PSG because, yeah, like Ben said, when he's back in CFO in a couple of years in the past, he's not really that Kasha we know when he won the MSI with RNG. So he's kind of his form is kind of low at the moment, and in a meta where the connection between jungler and the middle player is very important as this meta this year is very hard for PSG to get the connection between a guy is not on top of his form and a guy like Maple just come back from retirement for like 6 months. It's very difficult for Maple to catch up with the next generation, the mid laner. We have like Home Q, we have Dai, and even Katie. They are all very good mid laner at the moment with good laning phase, great mechanics, great fighting in the combat, everything. I think PSG really have to had a lot of work to do with the connection between Kasha and Maple if they want to keep this lineup and think about higher position in the upcoming playoffs.
Personally, I'm a little bit afraid of the duo Casa Maple in the playoff because I think they may turn it up a notch in the playoff. Like there's many experienced player too, like Levi and Gam. They kind of like better, like much better in the playoff. So I just have a feeling that basically may do like not good, but better than we expected in the playoff. Maybe like top 3.
Top 3 for PSG.
Ooh,
I
pretty cool.
I personally think that Mr. Lu here is just doing his magic. Mr. Lu is like in our League of Legends community in Vietnam. We also have a meme about him. It's like whichever team he support or whichever team he think will win, they're gonna lose that match. So we gave him the nickname like the Black Magician.
No, I'm serious. I'm not like completely put a lot of trust in the young roster of Secret Well. So that bring us to the new player, and Secret Well is a new generation of player. They have like probably the youngest roster in the LCP on average. And but the problem, they consistently play much worse in playoff in previous season. So that's add to my point that I'm not sure that they can do well against like BHG Town.
Yeah, I think that's fair. The Team Secret Wales, they like are the kings of the best of 3. But as soon as anything looks even similar to a playoff bracket, it's like they go from playing like this level to dropping right down, you know? It's like same thing happened here where like the second round robin is like it's kind of like a playoff bracket, right? Where you're like finding your seeding. As soon as we get into that, it's like they looked really good. Yeah, they beat PSG, and then it's just like zoom straight down. It's like I don't know how they're so good at the start of the every split, and then as soon as it's playoffs, they like I don't know, they like get in their own heads and then look a lot more stressed out. Maybe
They make us like question a lot in our Vietnamese like meme. So their initial is TSW, and it's the translated to tại sao win is why win in Vietnamese. So sometimes we cannot like understand TSW. So
yeah.
but it's a good thing we as a league we are blessed with new player this season, and I think like everybody can agree that we are extremely lucky to have Hong Kong and as a the best mid laner for a season.
I think we
Yeah, for
all
sure.
agree the Hong Kyu is the rookie of the years of this year's LCP. He plays so great. No, not a lot of global experience, but when they play with a top player from the LCK, LPL, we can see the confidence of the Hong Kyu. So I really think if we have more time for Hong Kyu to grow up his skill and experience and compete with the other team, the whole LCP gonna grow up so fast.
For me, if
Yeah.
CFO can make wave at World like this year, I will call Hong Kyu rookie of on time for the LCP
The
because
road.
I don't yeah
He gonna
the
be the
road.
road. The road.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
any like rookie that performed that well in the debut season like ever in the region.
True.
Yeah.
In LCP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
For sure.
in BCS, in VCS, in our like previous iteration of
Oh
the,
yeah,
the
yeah,
league,
yeah. True.
and he's 17,
100%. Yeah. 18 now.
18. Yeah.
He's got 18 now. But yeah, he's crazy. I mean, he solo killed Faker a bunch of times, you know, like the only thing we have to watch out for now is another region trying to buy him and take him away. That's our biggest problem now.
Yeah. I think if CFO can give him a really detailed like develop plan, I think they can keep him, and it will be very lucky for LCP and specifically for other team mid laners if they can constantly facing home queue and honing their skills. And the LCP mid laners overall will be very high quality. We already have player with good mechanics, and we only need them to be to get the mindset in the right way. They're fighting their position to be good, like home queue, and everything will be fine.
Hockey has its own like mechanic and the brand to back it up.
Sometimes we see a lot of struggle in like one game, like a BO1 in EWC, but we still need more time to see what Hongkyu can do in a global event. So we can just wait because it's really hard to LCP reach a global title right now because we also have LPL. LCK is so strong, but we can compete with the LEC and LTA. And if we reach about top 3 global, the major region, I think it's really good for not only Hongkyu, it's for good for whole region, LCP region right now.
Is there any young blood that impressed you, Ben?
Me, I mean, other than Honkyu, I think honestly, the next person I was most impressed by was probably Dyer. I think Dyer was like destroying everyone except for Honkyu, but he's like very clearly in my mind the second best mid laner in the region. Like the way that he pretty much wins every single lane, but then not only that, like his angles of finding team fights, whether he's on like Ari, which you know it's a little bit easier to find a team fight, or he finds really nice vision holes on his Aurora, and I mean his Oriana's really fantastic. I don't know about his Oriana build. I always get really, it always makes me have a big question mark when I see his Oriana build, but like his actual raw gameplay is insane. So I think Dyer was the second best mid in the region, but also probably the second best rookie in the region too.
Yeah, I agree with Ben on this one, and I really like Dai when he have his own way of development. Like if you see home queue or other mid lane in VCS like KT, they have kind of a similar play style, like the hard carry type of mid laners with resources flow into their pocket, and they get the item and they carry the team. And with Dai, I don't really see Histo and other player give him too much resources. He just gather them himself by himself, and then he really like aggressive play style with Aurora, Ari. He make good plays. He make clutch with his Galio and other stuff, and I think he can follow that path and become very good on his own play style, and that would make the mid lane meta more give it more diversity. So we have more color of the mid lane.
Secret Well could be a good place for him to develop because their current coach Naun used to be a really good mid laner and play with not with hand, and I think a lot more brand than hand when he was still playing. And Secret Well as an organization, they have a tradition to find new and with like high potential mid player, but like never boost them to like the highest level. So I hope this time is different for them.
We can call the Duy
Yeah.
is a rising star of the mid Vietnamese mid laner. So right now we can see we don't have a lot of good mid lane in the VCS right now. We can see the emo and RS in game. We change a lot, but now we can see Dial in a new star, new hope for the VCS.
And please, Secret Well, do not sell him to Gam.
Yeah,
Yes.
Please
gonna
keep him.
be boring.
Please keep him.
Classic.
Don't go the RS way, please. No.
Yeah. Oh no, he is very good. I mean, the whole Secret Wales roster is ultimately like really good, and I don't know about you guys, but I think like here in Split 3, the one thing I've been disappointed by most is that like Team Secret Wales for Split 1 and 2, they just fought everything. Like they'll be down 4k gold and they would still just go and fight. And now it feels like they're playing a bit more reserved, a bit more like macro intensive game, right? And I don't know about you guys, but for me, like against certain teams, that's going to be better. Like it's a higher percentage of beating the teams worse than them, right? But when you go up against like CFO, I think CFO are so good at macro game that like it's really good. It's going to be hard to beat them at their own game. And I think like if they just do their whole let's just fight everything, which was really really good for them, that it might give them a better chance. And it's just more exciting to cast and watch, to be honest.
I agree because Secret Wales is the only team that beat CFO did like the last season.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
and the reason they beat him is not like macro play, just like constant fighting VCS style.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
But maybe I think like Secret Well they are sick of like asking the same question like why we win. With like they don't really understand how they win sometimes, so they are trying to like balance this a bit for now.
Sure. It does make sense. It's going to be better if they go international, I think. But, like, you know, you got to get to international first. And so far, their most successful style has just been fighting.
Yeah, I think they should keep it like at a level, not like push it to a higher level, like fight every time. They can add some macro in there. They can work on their 5v5. They can work on their objective secure to balance out a bit. But yeah, I think they should keep their fighting style because it's very explosive. Like with Duy, with Histo, they have good clutch factors and Eddie with that damage output from the backline. Hero and Pun can do a lot of stuff with their own playstyle. I think if they can balance them out a bit, the fighting, constant fighting, and a little bit of macro, they can reach. I think top 3 is kind of viable for them right now. If they can, also their mentality should be better to get rid of their tradition of choking at playoff. That's not a good. That's not a good tradition of the organization.
So right now, so this is a question for you, man, because my colleagues here they have like complete trust in Team Secret Well making it to world. I am not.
Sure.
I'm on the fence. I'm 50-50
Yeah.
because because I've been like following that organization like way longer than you guys, so I don't trust them in the playoff. But what about you?
Me? That's funny. I mean, obviously, I think CFO make it. I don't know the 2 and 3 spot because, like, it probably should be Garm and Team Secret Wales, I think. The problem is that Team Secret Wales have just been eliminated at the start of every playoff so far. You know, like, it's really hard to have faith in them. To be honest, I think they won't make it. I really want them to make it. If any team goes, I would like that's my favorite team. I'd love to go because again, they're so good at like fighting.
Yeah.
But they just seem to collapse when it's a best of 5. I don't know what it is, and so I don't think they'll go. Although I say that really hoping they do.
I mean, like if somebody like has the answer to that, like that organization gonna pay like good money to have that answer. That will be like the best team in the region and maybe on international level if we can solve that like quiz.
We just can see 2
For sure.
different Secret World in one game. They can be really aggressive, really good and they can crush out everything in 2 team fight. So how do you think about MVK? Because I think the last game of MVK versus CFO, they play really good.
Viking for me is
Yeah.
they has like I think they has way better macro than Team Secret Well. For me last season they been the best macro team from the VCS. Like maybe at some point way better than Gam in the lane swap meta. But right now they struggle a bit. But I don't think they are that far off from Secret Well because they go 2-1 right with
Yeah, 2-1.
CSW and they go 2-1 against CFO. So I'm putting money for them to go like maybe a little bit better than Secret Well in the playoff.
Yeah. I think one really interesting thing about Vikings is they almost always define the meta. You know, like in Split 1, they would every single game was like mid lane swap where everyone else is doing top lane, and then like they were just absolutely punishing people with it, and it was really, really intelligent. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like every supporter's doing something that Sealong was the first one to do, but like your AD carry would recall to go top, and Sealong would just sit in bot lane, wait for his top laner to arrive so none of the minions crash at tower. And now every team, like the week after he started doing that, now every team is doing it. So I don't know if it's something they came up with or something they may have seen in their scrims with whoever they're against, but it seems like they're always first to these unique
Yeah.
sort of meta plays that every other team eventually follows.
Yeah, even back in VCS, Viking also bring up very funny draft, if I would say, like the Nyla Lee Sin pick or the CVM mid from Katie. Back in the meta where the marksman mid lane was popular, yeah, KT have a lot of nice niche pick to make his opponent caught off guard. It's very nice from Viking, but I think that that aspect of Viking, the thing they be flexible in draft is not really helping them in this split. They have a lot of power picks, but they couldn't work with them perfectly. Like they have a lot of choice, but they don't know how to put them together to work as a team. So we have like Viking fightings or Viking draft looking quite unstable. Like in theory they look very nice with nice power pick team in both blue or red side, but in reality they cannot work with their champions, and I think that they have to improve that to get higher in the playoffs.
So in Vietnam, we still have a joke when Viking really need the coach. SOM want to plug in the mouse and play some games, but that's gonna be crazy. Trust me. But we don't want to see it again. Now we can see the improve of the rookies because they still have a really good leader like Katie. We want to see more of him and try to bring Viking once again to Worlds, to some global event. So we really hope to see the best performance of Viking in this playoff.
To go off topic a
Yeah.
bit, you're gonna be in Vietnam like next September, right? Ben?
Yes, I will be.
Casting from the venue.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. I didn't know I was elaborating. Yeah. So I'm going there the 15th. I arrive in Da Nang, and I'm excited. I've been told that I need to take swimwear because apparently it's got the best beaches in Vietnam.
Yes, that's correct.
And yeah, and there's one thing I really want to ride a tuk-tuk. I've never been on a tuk-tuk in my life, so I need to ride a tuk-tuk.
We have like tuk tuk in Da Nang? We have like something called
Xích
similar,
lô.
not called tuk tuk.
I think he's I think Ben is thinking about the Sedian. Yeah, like on the
Tuk tuk is like a name in for Thailand.
Thailand. Yeah, but
In Vietnam,
I don't know what they
we
call
have
it everywhere else.
Selam or Seding.
yeah, in some case
Similar.
Yeah, similar. Same,
Yeah.
but not the same. We can say like that.
Right. But yeah, I want to. That's what I want to do, and then obviously LCP, which is the most exciting thing of it all.
Rachel, do you have any like rookie that impressed you more than Honky and Dyer this split?
Right now, I can't really choose one. Rookies is better than Honkyu and Dyer, but I really like the way Kratos play this season. I really like the top laner of the Viking. The way he play, I can see he can be the carriers in the team. Yeah, I really like Kratos.
He's the most. I think he's one of the most consistent player on Viking.
So about
Yeah.
this player, I think in the near future, maybe we can see a lot of things. The coach SOFM can teach him to become a real leader of team.
So let us come to the team of the season for each of us. So the rule is you cannot select more than 2 players from the same team. We go with Khai first. What's your team of the season?
Team of the season. So we start from the top lane to the
You
support.
can start
Everyone.
from
Do
wherever
we need
you
a
want.
coach? Okay, so I just come up with the top lane. I think so 2 players maximum per team.
Yes.
2 player per team. Okay. So I think I will need Kia on top from Gami Sword. And for the mid jungle connection, I'll get Junja and Hongq. And for bot lane, I'll get Artemis and Taki.
Actimis and Taki.
I'm kind of. Oh wait. Oh yeah, that's 2 gamble. Okay.
Yeah.
Artemis and Taki. Yeah.
So
Kia,
Kiaya, Junjia,
Junja,
Hongq, Actimis, and Taki. That's really good team, I think.
Yeah, that's crazy team.
Okay, my turn. The first one I gonna pick the mid laner. I gonna choose Hongq.
We should do a version without Hongq.
Okay.
Then I'll
Hongq.
die there.
So
I'll put die
he's
there.
like the unanimous like best mid player and maybe probably for this season. So yeah, just continue with Hongq and
Okay, so still have Hongq in mid. Top laner, I will pick Kiaya. So I don't want repeating like a Junja. So I gonna take Levi for the jungle. So we gonna have anh Khai Nguyen Sang, brother Khai Nguyen, the young brother Sang. So for the bot lane, I think I need to take the duo. So I gonna take Eddie and Taki.
Eddie.
Solid.
I pick a duo.
Yeah.
For me, I think
Yeah, fair.
for me, the bot lane is, I think for this split, Gambot is like the carry of the team, like way more reliable than the top side of their roster. So I'm gonna go with like Actimis and Elio. So that eliminate Levi and Kia. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with a top lane that will be River. I think he deserves a shout out to be the one of the very best for our league. And then it's gonna be a crime to left out Hongq, right?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to not.
So Hongq is a mid laner. 2 CFO, no Chunxia here. That leaves me with.
I think you have a Histo.
Yeah, we have to go
Rui.
with Histo here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rival,
Yeah.
Histo, Hongq, and Gam bot lane, Actimis, and Elio.
What about you?
Not bad. Well, mine's different to your guys actually. I never, because I thought about this before you asked, and I never had Hongq in mine.
Mhm.
So I'm like ignoring synergies and just trying to go for like the
best.
strongest team. Like,
Okay.
yeah. And so I have Kiaya, Junja, Daya, Doggo, and Taki is where I went with my 5. Because like if you have the jungle mid synergy, that's one thing. The bot synergy, but like I just act like they all have synergy and then put like the strongest thing. Because I think Doggo's been insane this year. So
I think your team is
yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah,
ever
they
thought
all-
about?
they could
Just,
sorry?
have you ever thought about Betty, the AD carry of PSG?
To be honest, this split has been the only person that's seemingly playing to win the game. You know, like every game it's like, okay, well Betty's really strong, and then you look at the rest of the teams like negative 4,000 gold, negative 3,000 gold. It's like, well, what are you supposed to do, man? It's over.
Yeah, it's like the sum up of ADK AD carry in 2025. He cannot win the game by himself. ADC have
True. Although he did,
very little agency in the meta.
true, but he did lose his game, his
Oh
team,
yeah,
the game
true.
against Team Secret
The
Wales.
Vayne,
So
the
you
Vayne
know,
match.
yeah, he just lost the game
Yeah,
for the team.
I was the caster of that match too, and I was you can call me a Vayne one trick pony back in the day. And
Oh,
then
really?
I really hyped when Betty picked Vayne in that game, and then in the team fight in the bot lane, he tumble up to the whole
Yeah.
Team Secret Whale squad like, whoa, bro, what did you do? What have you done? And then
That
he
was
just throw away all the lead, bro.
Yeah, that was psychopathic. And
Yeah.
then Team Secret Wales got revenge for split one.
Yeah.
They like threw a 14k gold lead, then PSG threw a 11k gold lead. It's like, oh, we're even.
That's one funny thing of Secret Whales. They can win in. We don't even know how they won that game. And then in some games they're supposed to win, but they lose anyway. So
Yeah.
they are very unstable.
Yeah. Like the most recent game against Garm, right? Game 2. They should have just won that game, and then like somehow it's like Histo and Dyer in the bot lane, and the rest of the team just die. It's like, well, Sivir just got 3 shutdowns. This is over.
Outside of the game, I mean, we talk about the gameplay and play style, but like what player on social media, on in content video, on their like real life stuff. So which player impressed you guys the most in the LCB this season?
Me? In terms of social media, it just has to be Taki, right? Because
Yeah.
like Driver does his dances, but Taki does them on social media, you know, and he does fan services too. You know, he's not afraid to get a little frisky on the camera. So I mean, it probably has to be Taki, I think.
You know anyone like similar to Taki in the oceanic scene?
Probably Why Not, actually. I think Why Not's the closest. He used to, if he won the game in the LCO, he would always do a dance afterwards. Similar to Driver, actually, in a same sense.
Yeah.
Where
He seemed a
yeah,
little
if he
bit
won the
like
game, he'd do a
he really like to
performance.
express his emotion on stage.
Yeah,
in a couple of
you've
wins,
seen
yeah.
the listen-ins,
Yeah.
right? It's like, ah.
So if the Secret Whale can come to Da Nang, so you will dance with Taki? I can invite him.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I'll do a dance with Taki. I will do a dance with Taki. I like that guy.
There's a new like discovery for me this season is Doggo. Thanks to many new viewer of his stream. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm surprised with like how the wittiness of him and his answer to question on stream. So if you guys have time, check out Doggo stream.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
funny. Like he been to the LPL before. He know how to deal with pressure, and then when new fans coming in joining his stream and giving him a lot of praise, he's kind of shy, and then don't really like he don't even really like think that he deserved the appreciation, and that's kind of funny, and that's show how this line of work can be stressful to one person. But then he's also always grateful for the fans coming in, giving him praises and stuff. And yeah, Doggo I think is a very good guy to be friend with. And also talking about player impression, I really want to meet Driver, and I think I really think that maybe not 100%, but like 99%, he and Sifo will be in Da Nang for the LCP
Yeah.
final weekends, and I might want to get a picture with Driver. He seems like a funny guy. Really like him.
True.
So just talk about who player give me impression, because I'm the newest caster. I told you already. Just for crazy months, so I want to meet every pro players to know more about them. But on the social media, I really want to see more video about GAM versus PSG. They do a lot of comedy. So
Yeah.
the last
Yeah.
one with Maple, Levi Sama, and Yupinga, that's funny, really funny. I like that. I want to see more.
Yeah, they've got some good stuff. The press conference as well was funny. other than TK had to go to hospital. But yeah, aside from that, it was funny.
And the game roster, they have a lot of experience in acting and content creation, so they're really good at this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Gam, even back in the days, when we still at VCS, they already have some very nice content, both from them and from the VCS team, and they really, I think they enjoy it too. They have to enjoy it to be so good at it, I think.
Yeah, emo
And
especially.
yeah, emo, easy love, and even now we have Kiaya, Levi, everyone just like to participate in some kind of content, and it's very good. It's making the GAM brand being more exposed to others viewers and to the society, not in just the gamer society.
Yeah. I think as well, like they've done a really good job of making it like a family, you know, like everything they do is very, very warm and happy and whatnot. Like, and the biggest example of this, I think, if I remember correctly, it was after they won against PSG in the second split, and then just Levy just turned around and like literally jumps into TK's arms. Like you can see that, you know, TK's not just there because he's trying to be there for the brand or trying to promote GAM. Like he's actually there to support, you know, his players and his team, and it's really, really cool to see. And it's something you don't really see anywhere else except the LCP, which is so cool.
I think for the last couple of seasons, Levi she opened up a little bit more than in previous season. He used to be really like reserved, even in interview, very textbook interview. But right now he's more like maybe he's facing a lot of pressure, and this is somehow like a way for him to deal with pressure is to be opened up more.
That's good.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to deal with pressure. Like if you reserve yourself and you keep it all the extreme emotion in a box and somehow it got burst, and that will be very dangerous for a guy. And we know that in this line of work it's very stressful, especially for the players, and even more stressful for big players like Levy. And it's a very good way for him to deal with pressure that way, and he also can show the boys the positive energy. So when like Kiaya, when even Emo, RS, Elio have they feel bad about their performance, Levy can really give them his positive energy, and GAM will be stronger. Like even in the next match, not even the next game, not like they don't even need to wait until the next match. The next game gonna be a different GAM, and that's why I think we really have to appreciate Levy and how he deal with the pressure.
So Ben, before we say goodbye to the audience, you want to say something to the audience, especially the Vietnamese audience?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I hope you guys all enjoy the LCP. I hope you enjoy the performance that the VCS representatives are putting on. I hope for you guys that somehow it's Team Secret Wales, Vikings, and GAM all going to Worlds, because then it's not even you guys going to the relegation spot either. You just get to sit back and watch and relax. But yeah, I'm going to be in Da Nang. If any of you see me, don't hesitate to say hi or take a picture or whatever. I'm very, very excited to be there. And also, thank you to the three of you as well for having me here. It's an absolute pleasure, and I hope we can do more stuff like this in the future.
Thank you, Ben. We see you in Da Nang. We all will be in Da Nang, and we will see you there.
Ah, perfect.
And
sounds great.
See you next podcast.